Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today is Friday, November the 7th of the beautiful year 2025, and we are back for the 2025 PAL Das League tournament. This is our third, the last of the major events of the year 2025 or the 2025 PAL Das cycle, and this tournament has to offer 3 direct qualifying spots for the upcoming 2026 PAL Das Cup. And today we might find out who will be the first player to qualify, and I will explain just in a second what needs to happen, what results will give the qualifying spots, and who might it be. We have the Division 1 match as our first match of the stream, the battle of the American players, HANA versus James. Then we will switch to Super Division for the match between AVGEEK and Serenity. And the last match of the day will be a Division 3 match between ЩWIDR and CEDL, Poland versus Germany. So, before I explain the details, let me remind you about the rules of the event. We play level 18 starts only, no line cap, SPS, controller and handcam are mandatory things for this event, and we play best of 9 all the way. So the first player to win 5 games wins the entire match, 3-1, 0 points for the standings. Depending if the match ends in a decider or not. Not in decider, this means 5-0, 5-1, 5-2 or 5-3 scores. The decider is the 5-4 scores. And welcome James, welcome AVGeek. Hello there in the chat, and also welcome all the other viewers who are joining our channel. As mentioned, the top 3 players of Division 1 will get the qualifying spots and will join the already qualified players Mörke, Tugi, AVGeek, Rurchak, Le and Serenity. There will be also 3 players at the end of the year with the highest score in PDM standings. Provisionally, this would be Shuichi Sam and Robin. And hello Serenity, welcome in the chat as well. And 4 players from the ELO standings. But we have one more PDM tournament to go, and this will be a December tournament. So some changes in these standings can also happen. So, let me show you the standings and I will explain what needs to happen. We play a match between the 2 American players. HANA, currently 2 matches played and 4 points in the standings. James, 1 match played and 0 points in the standings. To get the qualifying spot, you need to finish in top 3. So, the easiest explanation, you need to be ahead of 2 other players, at least ahead of 2 other players in this division. If HANA can win this match for 3 points today, the score will be then 7 points after 3 matches. 1 match to go. Shuichi is currently with 3 points and also 1 match to go. We can get maximum 3 points for the match, so Shuichi won't be able to overtake HANA, no matter what happens. And James would stay then with 0 points after 2 matches, so James will have then 2 matches to go. The maximum James can get will be 6 points, so a 3-pointer for HANA today means HANA gets this qualifying spot. But the situation in this division is very very interesting, because James, currently last place in the division, has the destiny in his hands. Plays today against HANA and plays tomorrow against Robin. If James can win both these matches for 3 points, will have then 6 points after 3 matches and will be a provisional first spot in the standings. So this is a pretty important match for both players in terms of getting this qualifying spot. If HANA wins the match for 2 points, then we'll have 6 points, James will have 1, so theoretically James could still overtake HANA, because 5 points difference, 6 points at maximum. So the only outcome for HANA to secure the qualifying spot today is to win for 3 points, so 5-0, 5-1, 5-2 or 5-3 results are the targets. Yeah, James, of course, in a case of losing the match, either for 0 or for 1 point, still stays in the hunt for one of the top 3 spots. Of course, the division win is then out of question. But even if James loses today, still is in the race. Of course, both players want to win. Only one of them can do it. So we are about to find out who will it be. I hope I could explain it pretty clearly. Hope my English skills were good enough to do so. But dear viewers, if you have any doubts, feel free to ask the questions in the chat. I will be more than happy to answer them. So, let me show you the players' profiles before we start the match. We have both 700k players. Oh, thank you very much, Serenity. Really appreciate this comment. So, both players with a comp PB over 700k, so both players know how to score high. Current ELO rating for HANA 1745, current ELO rating for James 1636. So according to ELO odds, HANA is more or less 2-1 favorite to win this match. But if you look at the stats of the players in the tournament so far, especially the losing scores and losing lines, you need to work hard to win games against those two players. They can play full games, they're rarely top out early. So, what will happen today? It's pretty interesting. I don't know. For me, it's pretty hard to point who the favorite is to win this match. Of course, HANA with 727, this is the score achieved in this tournament. James's the highest score is 621, but James is the one who can play longer post-transition. Of course, 209 lines is a very impressive result by HANA, but James had a 250 line games, gave 250 lines game in this tournament so far. So guys, this might be a day when we can see a great marathon. And if there are already AVGEEK already in the chat, Serenity as well, if there will be any delay to start your match, yeah, I think you can understand if the players decide, James and HANA, to play long. Yeah, the hour might not be enough. So let's find out if the players are live, and let's bring them to the screen to start this amazing match. And a pretty important match for the standings. Okay, so James already is fine with the seat increment. Let's see what HANA says to that, and let me bring the players to the stream. Yeah, HANA, a little bit of an adjustment will be needed. The camera is cutting your hands a little bit. So before we start the match, please adjust your camera so that both hands and controller are visible. And then we can start your match. But meanwhile, I can give you the pieces for game number 1. The seat will be 8-1, 1E, 6C, 8-1, 1E, 6C. Yeah, hello HANA, welcome. A little bit of an adjustment is needed. The camera is kind of cutting your hands a little bit. Well, thank you very much for that. James is fine with the increment. HANA, can you please confirm if you're fine? Oh, HANA is fine with the increment as well, so thank you very much for the confirmation. The seat is on your screens, 8-1, 1E, 6C. And as soon as both players will be ready, we'll start the match, which might be the match that determines the first qualifier for the upcoming 2026 PALDAS Cup. HANA missed the qualifying spot in the 2026 PALDAS Classic, finished 4th. but now can be the first player to qualify via Paldas League. The players are ready. So game number 1 between HANA and James starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, good luck and have fun, players. H1, 1 E6 C4. James. HANA has a little bit of a delay, probably, or even more of a delay, but the seat is correct. Let me try to refresh HANA. Okay, so I think this should be good. Both players with 1 Tetris each. HANA with a 1 pushdown point. $53,000 meanwhile for HANA, 52 for James, so pretty similar starts for this game number 1. Both players now need to skim some lines. James is open at Tetris ready. HANA needs to reopen the well. Oh, and James's board is kind of climbing. James needs to skim few lines and would like to see a long bar very soon. And this is not the best sequence in the world, but James finally gets a long bar for a Tetris. 83 for James. HANA with 62 now with this Tetris, 85. So we are basically neck and neck. Oh, and James now with a series of some missed drops, and this is looking very dangerous for game This is looking like a very dangerous game for James, and James tops out at 7,400 points. Which means HANA takes game number 1 and leads 1-0. Very unfortunate start of the match 4. Yeah, hello Tony, welcome. You know, English is not an easy language. 158.843. Okay, so we have HANA ready, James ready, and the players are ready. Yeah, so we start game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, but Tony, you know, I'm still not good enough with ЩWIDR, so, you know. But I think one day we can improve it. I hope so. This day will come, and my ЩWIDR will be better. Okay, so both players are in game number 2, and yeah, let's see if James can have a cleaner and better game. 47 for HANA, meanwhile James with 27,000. Yeah, and this was an early top out, and I said before the match started that yeah, it's difficult to beat those two players, and yeah, James already in game number 1 proved me wrong, but I hope it's was like only this one and only game of the match. 94 for HANA, 74 for James, so HANA started with like a 1 Tetris more. And hello Robin, welcome in the chat. Yeah, and you know, level 18 can be very hard, even for the best players sometimes. Serenity knows a thing or two about playing against a player who is a beast on 19 and yeah, can also struggle on 18, so, you know, we are all humans after all, right? 171 for HANA, 153 for James. Yeah, Robin, your 18 is, I would say, excellent as far as the recent events are concerned. And of course, your 19 was pretty good recently as well, as you got the 700k in comp. Yeah, and Robin will be playing tomorrow against James. So depending on what the match result will be today, Robin could also secure the qualifying spot tomorrow. But I will tell more about it when we know the outcome of this match. So 171 for James, 220 for HANA. When James's board is a little bit high, and James now needs to be careful. This is all possible to dig out, but you know, 2 bad pieces and you are stuck mid-high. You are stuck like 10 rows. I cannot speak to it properly. You know what I mean? That your stack is like 10 rows high and you can't lower it because, you know, the situation on your board is not that good. But James is doing a good job, should be able to reopen the well very, very soon. And James is now currently at 213 at 87 lines. HANA with 272 at 79. Yeah, bring it down. Yeah, that's what you see. Sometimes the simplest, terms are not are too difficult for me, you know. But yeah, this is because I speak too many languages, as Tony said, and I speak 8 hours a day at work in German. Then in the evenings when I stream Tetris, I need to speak English. I need to readjust and so on. So sometimes even the easiest terms might be difficult for me. But yeah, I hope you can understand what I mean. 309 for HANA, 247 for James. And James finally is in the... I want to say in the prime scoring position, but James once again falls into some minor issues. Reopens the well and would like to get at Tetris and gets it. 359 for HANA, 299 for James, but James is also some lines ahead. And I will come back to your comments just in the break between 2 games, because we are approaching transition, and James needs to bring the board down, because James is behind and this is not looking good for James. This board is in a very bad shape before transition. HANA is ahead hand score, so James is in a lot of trouble right now. Can James do anything? I'm afraid the answer is no, and James tops out at 128 lines with 305,900, which means HANA takes this game and leads 2-0. But can HANA survive anything on 19? Not that long, but the game is won, and this is the most important thing for HANA. 2-0 HANA. One step closer. Yeah, James definitely tough start of the match. Let's hope that James can get some good games going and get some good paces. Yeah, double below 400k transition. That was probably at fast sorry, something with the seat. The players are ready, so let's start game number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And I wanted to refer to something Serenity wrote. The fact that you even the fact that you started with Japanese, this is big respect, because you know this is like totally different language in probably all aspects, different writing. When you hear the people speak Japanese, this is also like the sound seem different and so on. So big respect that you have even tried to, you know, to learn this language. Yes, Tony, you see, I spent too much time with the German language during the day. 48 for Hannah, 31 for James. And James once again with a little bit of a tough board. $80,000 for James, 96 for Hannah. Oh, yeah, James still can't find. Oh, and this long bar flat, was it intentional? Maybe, because James gets a good scheme. But this Z pieces, this is not looking good. This is looking pretty challenging for James. Now with 147, James with 85, but for James it's more important to survive this board. Okay, James reopens the well, gets a Tetris, so 118 for James, 195 for Hannah, so Hannah around 4 Tetrises ahead at this stage of a game. Yeah, I don't speak Dutch, but when I hear people speaking Dutch, I have the impression that they're like German people, but very drunk. Oh, Tony is a native German speaker. Tony, do you share the impression, or do you have like a different impression as the native German speaker? 287 for Hannah, 151 for James. So Hannah with a pretty big lead. This is over 130,000 points at this stage of a game. So Hannah with a good pace. Yeah, I can believe you, Robin. The languages are very similar when you hear them. Sometimes I have an impression that I can even understand few things that people say in Dutch. But I'm not sure if it's the right thing. Ah, so yeah, Tony shares the impression. Okay, so yeah, it's like nothing offensive. Like I wanted to, you know, compare the two languages here somehow. 365 for Hannah, 269 for James. So James reduced the deficit to about 100,000 points. Now James once again needs to find a way to reopen the well and gets the well open. 97 for James, 392 for Hannah, so still around 100,000 points is the difference. $421 for Hannah, 323 for James. So yeah, the players are playing on the same Tetris rate for a while. James not able to reduce the deficit because Hannah is playing very efficiently. So it looks like James might need to prepare for some extensive 19 play. Hannah with 491 at 118, James with 391. So yeah, still 100,000 points is the difference. And both players now falling into some small struggles. Hannah was able to get out of it. So 522 transition score for Hannah, 421 for James. So 100,000 is the difference and transition point. But James needs to find a way how to survive this board. This is... oh, now it's looking better, and the long bar, so James is able to bring the board down. HANA as well. 529 HANA, 431 James. So the players are still playing on more or less the same Tetris rate, but James misdrops, and this is now troublesome, and James can't the LPs over, and James tops out at 143 lines at 433,680, which means HANA is good. HANA takes the game and leads 3-0. GG's. Of course, HANA, you can play this game out if you want to. And HANA tops out at 549,143. And HANA leads 3-0. Yeah, James was able to bring the game to transition this time, but unfortunately the deficit on 18 was too big, and now HANA with three games advantage. The players are now ready for game number 4, which starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yes, while the players are in the opening phase of game number 4, guys, let me remind you that we have a Macherino for this event. $140 is the prize pool right now. If you wanna make it bigger, there's the link in the chat. You can click on it and donate. Every amount is really appreciated. So feel free to support the players for their effort. 47 for HANA, 46 for James, and James finally has a start with a comparable performance to HANA. So pretty similar pace to start the game. Yeah, but the pieces are now pretty bad, I would say. And James was forced to skim some lines. Yeah, brings the board down, doesn't want to risk too much. Yeah, James is in a weird situation. He's 3 games down and probably can't go for too risky things. You know, if you're dead, you can't score points. Oh, but James builds a tower in the middle and then gets a Z piece. And oh, and this is looking kind of dangerous. But James gets some good schemes and should be kind of fine with this board. It's not the, you know, healthiest board in the world, but James can still find some solution to that. 173 for HANA meanwhile. James with 137. So HANA with less troubles and more points on the board as for now. Yeah, James is... oh, and James didn't go for the Tetris, but gets another long bar for the Tetris. And here we have James with 169, 220 for HANA. HANA with a pretty nice clean game going on right now. And there is another Tetris for James. Yeah, I'm doing it also very often, you know, Tetris ready and skipping the Tetris because I can see that I'm Tetris ready. Especially after a longer deek, I think it might be also the case that you've done the deek and you're not yet fully adjusted to you know, going for Tetrises. Maybe it's also the case, I don't know. 269 for HANA, 250 for James. James with a tower in the middle of the board. Yeah, I have a weird impression that like the stacking on 18 for James is like not like, you know, fully calibrated, so to speak. I don't know how to put it in words. That I'm not a specialist. I'm the Division 3 player, so but yeah, from my feeling, it looks like James sometimes makes in chess we would say inaccuracy moves that they're not like big blunders, but some, you know, inaccurate moves, and they worsen your board a little bit, and then James needs to suffer a little bit. Oh, hello, Merke! Welcome in the chat. How is your level 18 doing, Merke? You are the level 18 specialist, right? 389, now 407 for HANA, 373 for James. So James is behind in point and also a little bit ahead on lines. But this time the lead for HANA is not that big as in the previous game. So level 19 might be and probably will be a factor in this game. And as you can see, oh, James wanted to go for a safe transition, and transitions now with 429. HANA is at 479, and HANA still can go for one more Tetris. Meanwhile, James already on level 19 speeds. And let's see how the game develops. 485 is the transition score for HANA. So currently, if we compare the scores, it's like 50k lead for HANA. And the line counts don't matter right now. This is a no line cup match, so the pure score matters. And James reopens the well. Oh, and this is looking kind of difficult for James. Okay, James gets this scheme, but can't do anything more, and both players top out at the same time. HANA with 500,000, 343, and James with 445, 920, and this means HANA takes this game and leads 4-0. And HANA is guaranteed at least 1 point for the standings and is only one game away from getting the qualifying spots for the upcoming 2026 PAL-DAS Cup. Yeah, what didn't happen in the PAL-DAS Classic might happen here in the PAL-DAS League. Yeah, HANA lost this third place match in Classic to Serenity, and therefore Serenity is already qualified and placed in Super Division, but this time HANA can get the spot as well. The players are ready for game number 5, so let's start the countdown in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, and hello Trisky, welcome. Welcome in the chat. I wouldn't say, Serenity, you were lucky, because the PAL-DAS Classic, the best of 19 matches, you can't win matches by being lucky. You need to show some skill, you know. And the match is played on, was played on 2 different days. So you can't say that you had one good day. Okay, so HANA starts with 24,000, James with 47. You know, Serenity, if the matches were like something best of 3 or best of 1, then we can say about luck. But best of 19, this is not a pure luck. So 186 for HANA, 145 for James. So HANA once again in the lead on 18. James needed to skim some lines. Oh, but now James needs to be careful. And also with some holes to deal with. $241 for HANA, 205 for James. James's board is a little, yeah, it's a better board, not a little. HANA still needs to dig. So this is a chance for James to get a lead over HANA in this game. HANA won't be able to get a Tetris for one more line, so HANA should be fine, but gets some schemes. And finally, Tetris for HANA, 278. James with 253, so James wasn't able to build a lead, is also in some troubles. This might be the sequence the players are getting. And 2G spin for James. This will also complicate the things a little bit. Okay, James gets the long bar, gets the O to the left. Slowly but surely is opening the board, but this allows HANA to get a pretty big lead. 330 for HANA, 269 for James, and James finally gets a Tetris to 291. So James is around 60k behind, so around 3 Tetrises is the lead for HANA at this stage of the game. And we have some buffering on HANA's end, so maybe I will refresh. So we are still some lines before transition. 379 HANA, 318 for James. And yeah, this is a pretty tough situation for James. Is 0-4 behind in the match score and is behind in score in this, so to speak, must-win game. So let's see how James will approach the remaining lines of 18. HANA with 410, James 368. $456 for HANA, 396 for James. James going for a column 3 setup and gets the Tetris. One more Tetris possible for James, but James transitions with 419, wants to have a low board and will try to play a good 19 game. HANA transitions with 485, so HANA 60k ahead right now. So James has a 19 play to stay in this match. HANA with an advantage, and James needs to stay alive, needs to score as many points as possible to prolong this match. Otherwise, HANA will be our first player to qualify for the 2026 Paldas Cup via Paldas League. And hello Elias, welcome in the chat. Oh, and HANA, this is looking pretty complicated. And HANA needs to go for some magic, and HANA can't do anything more. 505 is the top out score. So James, you have a target 506 to stay in this match. 506 to stay in this match. 50k to go, and this is a big pressure for James, and James misdrops the long bar. And James can't do anything more. James tops out at 455.703, and HANA takes the game and a match And HANA is our first player who advances to the 2026 PAL-DAS Cup. Congratulations, HANA. No matter what happens, you have secured your qualifying spot. Now you can fight for the division win, for some more ELO points and so on. But you are safe, you get this qualifying spot. James, thank you very much for participating today in the match. You're still not out of the contention. As I said, you still have 2 matches to go. 6 points are still possible for you to get. So you still have all the destiny in your hands. But your task is difficult. You need to win against Robin and against Cobra in your remaining matches. Yes, so once again, congratulations, HANA. This was a big win for you. 5-0 against James. This will have a big impact also on your ELO standings, but first thing first, these are your match stats, guys. This wasn't the highest scoring match. Maybe the RNG, maybe the pressure that the players know that they fight for the qualifying spots was also a factor in this match. But HANA could handle the match like a pro, no signs of weakness, and a 5-0 win. So let me report the match for the division first, so that I can show you the division standings. And then I will show you the other standings as well. James HANA 05. Okay, so the division standings should be up to date. And HANA, a provisional leader in this division with 3 matches and 7 points. So as said, 1 match to go for Shuichi. Shuichi can't overtake HANA. James, 2 matches to go. James can't overtake HANA. 2 players will finish behind. And this means HANA is safe. The other players need to fight for their qualifying spots, but no matter what happens, HANA is safe. The other thing we are going to show you will be the ELO ratings. 5-0 win against James is a 16 ELO points gain for HANA, and this will be also an improvement in the standings. HANA from 1745 improves to 1761, and currently HANA world number 8. But you can see there is a pretty close pack between Sam, world number 5, and Elias, world number 10. There are only 23 points difference, so everything and anything still can change in this division. And the other thing I wanted to show you will be the updated stuff here. So HANA who qualifies via the league. Okay, so I think it should work. Let me show you this. Oh, and here we have it. So HANA is the first player to get this qualifying spot from the PAL-DAS League. By the way, why are the points not shown? I don't know, but yeah, welcome. I will then correct it later. So HANA definitely gets the qualifying spot. Will it be the first, second, and third in the division? This is yet to be decided, and HANA still has one match to go in the division. And yeah, so HANA will no longer appear in the new Paldas Yellow average of 5 table. So Duży K takes this spot as for now. In terms of rating, average rating of 5 of 5 best rating after the matches played in 2025. So these are the provisional standings. Tomorrow Robin can join HANA. Robin is let me come back maybe to the standings for a moment. Robin is currently in this type of situation. 5 points after 2 matches. So Robin, 2 more matches to go. So needs to have at least 3 points advantage. No, 3 points advantage over Shuichi is not enough because the players are playing against each other. Still, so if Shuichi wins and both have the same number of points, then the direct encounters comes into play. So if Robin wins for 2 points, then it's 7 points, 4 points advantage over Shuichi, and more than 3 points advantage over James. Yeah. So what Robin needs tomorrow is a win, any win, either decider or not a decider, and Robin is also safe. And then Shuichi, Cobra, and James. For James, this will be a pretty tough situation. James already lost to Shuichi. Yeah, so tomorrow is the fate of James will be decided as well. If James stays in the race or not, Robin can get disqualifying spot, join HANA. So tomorrow also some interesting action will happen. Okay, guys. So I think we are going for a little bit of a break. Yeah, this was the first match of the day. I personally need to take this break, and yeah, and we'll be back. I will start the match between AVGEEK and Serenity on time. So this will be at 20 UTC, so in about 17-18 minutes. So let me set like 14 minutes countdown for a break. Yeah, and we will be then back for this Super Division match, AVGEEK and Serenity. See you on the other side of the break, guys. Okay guys, so we are back after the break for the second match of the day, the Super Division match between AVGEEK and Serenity. Both players played 2 matches in this division so far. AVGEEK currently with 2 wins for 3.6 points. A pretty good season so far, and Serenity, who can't find a way how to beat Le. This was already a third match between the players in this year. Le still better, but Serenity, that's what happened yesterday. What you did, how you could handle the pressure and win the decisive game number 9 in the match against Merca. This was something that probably many Tetris fans will remember. So 5-4 win against Merca, and this was the first non-Tugi loss for Merca since the final of the 2024 LOL Cup tournament. So pretty interesting situation. So since the final of the 2024 LOL Cup, only Tugi was able to defeat Merca. Now Serenity becomes the second person to do so. Yeah, and the players now are playing against each other. We see pretty close stats as far as the highest scores are concerned. 600k for AVGEEK, 598 for Serenity. AVGEEK with a 221 lines, the longest game in the tournament so far. Pretty nice level 19 run. Serenity yet to unlock a good level 19 run. Both players, we have some struggles sometimes on 18 speeds, but the stats for AVGEEK might not be representative, as AVGEEK lost only 2 games in this tournament so far. Yeah, so we'll see how it all develops. The ELO rating difference is 120 points, 1774 to 1654. So AVGEEK is about 2-1 favorite to win this match, 67 to 33%. So it's kind of hard to imagine that AVGEEK still yet to score a 700k in a competitive PAL-DAS match, but you don't have to score those scores. If you can play consistently, you can win a lot of matches. Yeah, Serenity currently with a comp PB of 624, but I think also it's only a matter of time when this score will be improved. Yeah, quick look at the standings so far. So AVGEEK, as mentioned, in the lead with 2 matches 6 points, Serenity with 2 matches 2 points currently, despite beating Merca, spot number 4 in the standings. But a win for Serenity will change the standings. Sorry, can't speak. Will change the standings for sure. And yeah, quick look at the ELO standings, where the players are in the world right now. AVGEEK world number 6 with 1774, only 2 points behind Sam, 9 points behind Cobra. So AVGEEK with some good chances to become a world number 4 even today with a win. Serenity currently world number 12, a pretty big gap to world number 11, over 60 points. But the gap over the players 13, 14 and so on is not that big, so Serenity needs to be careful not to drop too many rating points. But maybe, if you can beat Merca, maybe you can also beat AVGEEK. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen today? Quick reminder about the rules. We play level 18 starts only, no line cap, SPS controller and handcam are the mandatory things for this event. We play best of 9 all the way. So the winner is the player who gets 5 games, 3-1 or 0 points. You know the rules, I suppose. And And yeah, the players playing Super Division, they don't have to worry about their qualifying spots. They already did it this year, and therefore, yeah, they can play for fun. Hello, Error, welcome in the chat. Answering your question, I'm not the person who will come to the CTEC this year. Maybe the other people in the chat will answer for themselves. So let me check if the players are live. We can. Let me check. AVGEEK still not live. Oh, what happens? AVGEEK, you are in the chat, I suppose. So let me bring Serenity and let's find out what happens to AVGEEK. And so I don't know what happens. AVGEEK was definitely in the chat during the first match. I don't want to start the procedure, guys. Yeah, but as always, the players have 15-minute Fox Sleepy Maddie. Oh, would be cool to know this. Would be cool to know this in advance. Let me check then. Yeah, so we have AVGEEK here. Yeah, so AVGEEK, if you wanna have this channel as your channel for matches, then please inform me beforehand. You played like all your matches before with your original channel. So thanks, Error, for informing, but yeah, I didn't know it. Yeah, okay. But if you wanna post it as your like one of your official channels to play the matches on, we can do it as well, and then I can check simply two channels where you are live, or then it's not a problem. Therefore, I always ask, yeah, in the registration for posting the main Twitch channel and the other channel for matches. So yeah, feel free to decide, AVGEEK, what you wanna do in the future. Okay, no problem. We were able to find you. So it's good. The procedure doesn't have to start. We are good to start the match. So, AVGEEK Serenity, the first question to you: increment or reroll? What's your decision? And while you are deciding, I will wrong playstyle the pieces for you. For game number 1, the seed will be 4283 EA. 4283 EA will be the seed for the game number 1. Oh, 120k, level 19 warm-ups. Pretty good warm-up, not gonna lie. AVGEEK 700k today, or you save your 700k for Merca? What do you call it? And max out versus Merca, right? Only 800k, I thought you would go for a max out versus Merca. Oh, and Serenity 512 as a warm-up game. Okay, that's a good approach. That's a good approach. I really like it. So let's go for a roll over versus Merca. Okay, so Serenity AVGEEK is good to go for increment. I think you can also, you are also doing increment. Yeah, increment. So we are agreed. You have the seat on your screens 4283 EA. As soon as you are ready, we'll start game number 1 of this super division match, AVGEEK versus Serenity. And both players are ready. So the game number 1 between AVGEEK and Serenity starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 4283 EA. The seats are the same. So we are officially in game number 1, Super Division match. So both players already qualified for the Paldas Cup. Yeah, the original idea, as I, created this Paldas cycle was if you get your qualifying spots, you are done with the so-called major events. But it looks like the players want to play, so we created the extra Super Division for the already qualified players, so they can play against each other, challenge themselves, and yeah, it's good to see. That the players, even if they don't have to, they want to play this amazing game of Paldas. 116 for AVGEEK, 50, now 78 for Serenity. So every AVGEEK with an early lead in this game number 1. But this is still early days, so we'll see how it all develops, how both players will be stacking on 18, if there will be any 19 play in the match, because we know that even if you have some good warm-ups, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that your 19 in the match will be also on point. But now Serenity is a little bit high, needs to find a way how to bring the board down without making too much damage to the score. So 237 for AVGEEK, 159 for Serenity. AVGEEK 80k ahead after 52 lines. But Serenity is fine. The board is clean. And the players continue their play. .307 AVGEEK 208, Serenity AVGEEK 100,000 points ahead after a half half time of level 18 WITS, but not a delayed WITS, so no harm to the board for Serenity. And now Serenity finally in a prime scoring position. AVGEEK also no signs of slowing down. $376 AVGEEK, $299 Serenity. Okay, 421 for AVGEEK at 86 lines, but this is a first moment when AVGEEK needs to do some cleanup, and the Smash Boys are not helping at all. And AVGEEK now in a lot of trouble. Looks like something to the left. Oh, gets the longbar over. Oh, but those pieces are not cooperating, and AVGEEK in a lot of trouble, and AVGEEK tops out at 97 lines with a score of 430, so 431. Serenity is your target to win this game number 1, 431. Yeah, the pace was very good, AVGEEK, and we were a little bit too greedy, and as you say, it's backfired. And I always struggle, you know, with this, how to find a proper balance between being greedy, aka efficient, and how to play safe. So $388 for Serenity. So Serenity still needs like about 2 Tetrises, and Serenity is going for them. Oh, and this is looking okay. But Serenity is set up for the last Tetris, and this Tetris will do. Will Serenity get the longbar in time? Gets the longbar and gets no. It's still not. That was not Tetris. Sorry, my mistake. I misread the board. So this was not a Tetris. So Serenity tops out at 428, 180, and AVGEEK wins game number 1 by 2,000 points. Sorry, guys. I misread the board. I thought it was Tetris set up. My bad. Sorry for that. And hello, ЩWIDR, hello, IIBCNU10, welcome in the chat. AVGEEK takes the game by 2,000 points and leads 1-0. Oh, that was close. Okay, so we have Serenity ready. AVGEEK, are you going ready with hover 3, right? And we have hover 3 for AVGEEK, so both players are ready. Game number 2 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 538, 3 EA. Yeah, seats are correct. Same pieces falling from the sky. $25,000 for Serenity. AVGEEK currently with a little troublesome situation, but this dirty Tetris will definitely help. 27 for AVGEEK, 47 for Serenity. Serenity with a clean board. AVGEEK still needs to dig some lines. 72,000 for Serenity, 33,000 for AVGEEK. AVGEEK reopens the well, is now Tetris ready. Needed to close the well for a moment. And we have 38 for AVGEEK, 76 for Serenity. Serenity gets a long bar for a Tetris. AVGEEK now with a Tetris readiness improves to 64. Serenity with 100,000 points. Like 1.5 Tetrises lead, but this is becoming like a suffer game for AVGEEK. I hope I'm exaggerating and AVGEEK proves all of us wrong, and we'll clean the board and we'll go for some good Tetrises. Meanwhile, Serenity with 173,000, almost 100,000 points ahead, like about 93,000 is the lead for Serenity, and Serenity keeps Tetrising, AVGEEK keeps digging. $242 for Serenity, 131 for AVGEEK, and Serenity keeps pacing. AVGEEK also with a clean board, but at the same line count it's 110,000 points advantage for Serenity in this game number 2. And another Tetris for Serenity. And another Tetris for AVGEEK, so both players trying to stay as efficient as possible, or a little bit of a misdrop. This will be a slow down for Serenity, but as you can see, this might be solved efficiently, but those pieces are not cooperating to do this efficient solve, and Serenity now needs to fight with the board a little bit. Oh, and a little bit of misdecisiveness, and this backfires, and this is very difficult now for Serenity, and Serenity tops out at 76 nines with 315, 780. AVGEEK 316 is your target. Yeah, pretty tough end of this game for Serenity. And now AVGEEK with a chance to make this chase down on 18. 316 is the score needed, but oh, AVGEEK in a lot of trouble right now. This is not a safe board, and AVGEEK can't complete the chase down. AVGEEK tops out at 220, 400, and it's 1-1. Oh, that was tough and unexpected. AVGEEK can't complete the chase down. Serenity takes the game, and it's 1-1. As you can see, guys, level 18 can be very difficult, even for the players from the Super Division. So if you're playing at home and you are mad at yourself, oh, why is this game so cruel and so on, happens to every one of us. And of course, yeah, the sequences weren't too friendly for the players. Yeah, the players are ready for game number 3. Will it be a better game in terms of the pieces falling from the sky? Let's find out. The players are ready. The game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, so technically speaking, we have like 2 failed chase downs after the first 2 games. Game number 1, Serenity couldn't chase. Oh! This what is happening? This is a pretty rough start for Serenity. Oh, and Serenity, it's in a lot of trouble. This is a troublesome board, and this is a very early top out in game number 2. 4,940 points for Serenity. AVGEEK is good. 16 lines and 52,060 points. It's more than enough to take this game 2-1 for AVGEEK. Guys, do you wanna reroll the pieces? Maybe it will change your fate a little bit? Or do you wanna still suffer with this sequence? You can always ask for a reroll if you want to. Okay, only bad stacking. Okay. Okay, so let's find out if you can find a way to stack better. Oh, Serenity asked for a reroll. Okay, so let me give you new pieces. 72 B6 D5. 72 B6 D5 is the new seed for game number 4. And hello, ЩWIDR. Welcome in the chat. I think I said hello to you. If I did, I can't remember, but yeah. ЩWIDR will be also playing today. After this match, we'll have a Division 3 match between ЩWIDR and CEDL. So yeah, we have quite a long Friday with paldastetris here on this channel. There's already, sorry, I have to pay more attention. So the game number 4 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 72 B6 D5. A brand new seat for the players. Will it be a brand new fate for the players? Or... And sometimes, you know, this is kind of like, you know, a psychological aspect. We change the pieces and something clicks in our heads and can then stack better. This game is pretty weird in general, guys, because you know, one day you go, like, you can get some good PB runs and so on. You feel like you're like stacking in this game is pretty easy thing. Then you go to bed, wake up the next morning, and you don't know how to handle a controller and so on, or the other way around. So it's a very challenging game. 99-940 for both players at 26 lines. So neck and neck. $151 for AVGEEK and 152 for Serenity. So we still are in a very necky situation in this game. $49 for AVGEEK, 171 for Serenity. Serenity now improves to 193, so AVGEEK around 60k ahead at the same line count. This means around 3 Tetrises real lead. $99 for AVGEEK after 78, and after 78 to 43. Yeah, so there are around those 3, maybe 2.5 Tetrises lead. Do we still have some lines here to play on level 18 speeds? And let's hope that we can have a level 19 game here in this match. Yet to witness some, you know, some good 19 races. It looks like the level 18 is kind of difficult to handle. It's definitely not the same as level 18 in the wrong version. It's slightly faster. The piece takes 0.8 seconds to drop from the top to the bottom of the board. It takes 1 full second in the wrong version. And the other thing is the slippery dust, as we call it here. So combining those two factors makes it a little bit more difficult than the wrong version 18. But you know, scoring potential if you can handle here level 18 are like comparable, because like you know the height limits where you can go with the pieces are the same with the pure dust, so some high 600k transition are possible. AVGEEK transition with 446, and AVGEEK was not prepared for this transition. So Serenity 447 is your target. 447. And Serenity needs to do some level 19 too to take this score. 447 is needed. Okay. This is not obvious, but it's doable. Something to the left is needed. The smash boy goes to the left. And the pole vault goes to the left. Okay, this was very important, but can Serenity do anything more here? And I'm afraid not, and Serenity tops out at 405,540. Was a nice try on 19, but unfortunately not enough to take this game. AVGEEK leads 3-1. Okay, so we have Serenity. Sorry, AVGEEK with hover 3, Serenity ready. So game number 5 of this match starts in a 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, HANA still in the chat. HANA, do I see it correctly that you have a wrong version match this night? Also this night in terms of my time? Like in 3.5 hours? Or do I read it wrong? 72. Yeah, okay, so I was like switching from the correct to the wrong version within few hours and having to play important matches like in both versions. Is it difficult for you, or does it happen instantly? And what is the easier switch for you, from the wrong to the correct version or from the correct to the wrong version? 166 for AVGEEK, 109 for Serenity. If you, of course, want to share your secret, HANA. Oh, 5 minutes, so that's like almost nothing. 194 for AVGEEK, 180 for Serenity, so a little bit less than a Tetris. Is the difference between the players at the same line count. Yeah, I agree. The same for me. I think this is like an objective thing that it's easier that way. But I kind of still looking for people who give the who give the different answer. Haven't met a person yet who would give the opposite answer, but yeah, still looking. Maybe someone like this appears. I don't know. $319 for 2021 for AVGEEK at 80 lines, $290 for Serenity. So this is around 30,000 points advantage, 1.5 Tetris. Oh, and we have a different answer. Error saying, I think NTSC to PAL is easier for some reason. Oh. $396 for AVGEEK, 362 for Serenity, still around 30 lines to go on 19. America PAL 20C is hard. It feels like I need to learn the whole game. Oh, that was a big statement. $426 AVGEEK, 432 meanwhile Serenity. So the players are playing a neck-and-neck game, and the transition is coming very, very soon. So let's see, maybe the first game, which will be first game that might be decided on level 19 is, our favorite level 19 races. 480 for Serenity meanwhile, and 435 for AVGEEK. Serenity needs to reopen the well and gets the well open. 457 for AVGEEK, 505 meanwhile for Serenity, so we have our first 500 score. And AVGEEK transitions with 482, Serenity transitions with the next set is 530, so around 35,000 points lead for Serenity going into 19. And AVGEEK already with some troubles, needs to reopen and gets the pieces to do so. Serenity with a clean board as for now. So we have our first 19 race of the day. AVGEEK 504 and Serenity level 20 with 565, needs to downstack but can't get anything more. Serenity tops out at 567, so AVGEEK, you have a chase down. 568 is your target. 568 is your target to take this game. So still about 40k to go for AVGEEK. This is not PAL 19 is not obvious. Oh, and this miss drops. Not the best for the board for AVGEEK, but AVGEEK finds some nice solutions. 536. And AVGEEK on level 25, 548, so still about 10k, now 556, still about a few Ks to go, but the board is not in the optimal state, and AVGEEK still needs to, but the left side is now pretty tough to access. Oh, and AVGEEK goes 565. Can AVGEEK get one more? 566, one more? No! AVGEEK tops out at 202 lines with 566, 080, and this time AVGEEK loses the game by 1000 points, 1300 points. We had 2000 points different in the game number one, 1300 points in this game. It's 3-2-2. Serenity takes this game. But AVGEEK, 202 lines, a pretty good run on the 19th, so GG's for that. Maybe you didn't win the game, but still a nice level 19 run. Okay, 5 games in, 3-2 for AVGEEK. The players are ready for game number 6, and the game starts in a 3, 2, 1 Tetris. For AVGEEK, 48 is the starter for Serenity. Oh, a nice line spin for AVGEEK. Oh, and guys, another topic for you here in the chat. I hope the answer is obvious, but still wanna see what's easier to do, the tax on NTSC or in NTSC or in PAL. I kind of think the answer should be obvious, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe what I feel is not true. So feel free to share your thoughts. What's easier to do, the tax on PAL or an NTSC? And hello Barf Danny, welcome in the chat today in the party of 3. Today I'm saying it's on purpose, the wrong pronunciation of your nickname. You liked it recently, so both are same because it's just press button. Just nice one, nice one. $188 for now $190 for AVGEEK, $203 for Serenity. $242 for AVGEEK, $274 for Serenity. AVGEEK needs to close a well for a second, but gets the well open and gets a Tetris. Meanwhile, Serenity needs to skim few additional lines to prepare another Tetris readiness. No sound at the moment. Hello, hello, hello. And hello Akato, welcome in the chat. Yeah, maybe you need to... Oh, and Serenity is in a lot of trouble. Can Serenity do anything about it? No, Serenity can't do anything more. Sorry for missing that, but I was like too invested in like answering the chat. 307,420 is the top out score, and AVGEEK takes this game, and it's 4-2. So AVGEEK, you're guaranteed at least 1.4 the standings. 4 games won. So no matter what happens, you won't go home empty-handed. Okay, so 6 games in. Serenity needs to win 2 games in a row to force a decider. Otherwise, AVGEEK takes all 3 points home and will be 1 step closer to winning the Super Division. The race are ready. So game number 7 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Of course, it's not guaranteed. Still, AVGEEK has to play against Merke. And we don't know which Merke we'll have in this match. A Merke who can play on 18 or a Merke who can't play on 18. This is a big mystery. No matter which 18 Merke comes, there will be always a Merke who can play long games on 19. But you know, sometimes getting to 19, this is the biggest challenge. 24,000 for 47 now for AVGEEK, 51 for Serenity. So pretty similar starts, only a few thousand points difference. Yeah, this is a pretty big game for Serenity, a must-win game. So 160, 186 for, oh yeah, can speak. 186 for AVGEEK, 167 for Serenity. To 60 AVGEEK, 238 Serenity. But oh, now Serenity with the same line count. The players are almost with the same score, only 1,000 point difference. But we know, we learned already in this match that 1,000 points or 2,000 points, this might be a decisive advantage. So it looks like every line, every point matters. It's a kind of true like in every Tetris match, but we saw some examples in this particular match that is like literally that important. And Serenity going for this column 9 Tetris. And there is the long bar for Serenity. 342 for now. Sorry, 342 against 380 at the same line count. So 38,000 points lead for Serenity. So almost 2 Tetrises, and we still have almost 50 lines to go on 18. So both players can still get some good scores, but Serenity is kind of risking, but gets the long bar, reopens the well, and is Tetris ready once again. Meanwhile, AVGEEK with some Tetrises as well. 390 for AVGEEK, 450 for Serenity. So Serenity trying to build a lead going into 19. For 73 for Serenity at 101 lines. This might be a very nice and decent transition score. I don't want to predict what score it will be, as you know, the sequence can be very rough at the end of level 18. So let's just see. And yeah, we'll know the answer very soon. Back in the day, the Soviet scientists asked what's the secret to know the future? And the answer was, all you need to do is to wait, and you will find out what the future is. So, let's follow the wisdom of the old Soviet scientists. 513 for AVGEEK and 611 already for Serenity. This might be a new comp PB. Maybe a new comp PB. Serenity is 624. So this is a transition with 635, a new comp PB for Serenity. And let's find out what will be the exact score. Serenity is ahead at the transition point 640, and Serenity is having a pretty good level 19 games so far. AVGEEK needs to skim few lines. 647 already for Serenity. Oh, and Serenity's board is now kind of getting out of control, but 648 is still a great score. And AVGEEK, all you need to do is to get 649, but AVGEEK can't do it. And a new comp PB for Serenity, 648.080. Congratulations for that, and Serenity stays still in this match. It's 4-3. Guys, give me a second. I wanna post it in the notable moments in the server, and then come back to you. 154 lines. This was for AVGEEK, and 145 for Serenity. 648.080. Very, very good score. Yeah, AVGEEK, unfortunately the remaining clients of level 18 weren't that effective for you, and you fall behind massively. Okay, but you're still in the lead, AVGEEK. 4-3 is the score. The players are ready. Game number 8 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Can Serenity force a decider? Or will AVGEEK take all 3 points home? Let's find out. Game number 8 will answer our questions. And I will be giving like maybe more score updates, especially when we'll be approaching transition. Maybe it was also not, maybe I didn't do my job properly in the previous game. If not, I promise to do better this time. So we have Serenity with 29,000, AVGEEK with 53. Serenity needs to reopen the well, but is doing a good job here. $77 for AVGEEK, 61 for Serenity. Oh, and Serenity in a lot of trouble. Oh no, and this is an early top out, 24 lines, 61,940, and AVGEEK takes the game and a match 5-3. So AVGEEK, if you wanna play this game out, you know the rules. As a match winner who is still in the last game, you have full right to have this victory run, victory lap if you want to. But AVGEEK doesn't want to. AVGEEK takes the game with 122,740 and takes the match 5-3. So one step. Sorry, can't speak properly. AVGEEK is one step closer in the chase for the division win. So your match winner is AVGEEK from the United States of America. Congratulations. This win, I believe, blocks me for going a full year of only losing to Tugi and Merke. Yeah, this, you know, you still registered for the, you still registered for the PDM in December, so there will be at least one chance. You definitely won't play either Tugi or Merke in round 1. So you'll get one more chance at least to lose to someone else than Tugi or Merke. Yeah, and yeah, so almost 1 year ago, and it was a kind of a painful loss for you, AVGEEK, 0-5 in a sweep. But after that, you came back stronger and you proved that you are one of the best in the world. Your match stats, guys, first, and I took it personally. Okay, so here are your match stats after 8 games. 584, highest score for AVGEEK, 648 for Serenity. This is a new comp PB, and guys, look at the stats. Average median losing lines for AVGEEK over 150, median losing score 566, average losing score 456. This was a pretty hard match for Serenity, but Serenity still managed to win three games. AVGEEK, a very, very consistent player. Okay, so let me report the match for the standings and for ELO. You see, but the numbers say something different, AVGEEK. The numbers say something different. Yeah, this is. I didn't want to say anything bad about Serenity. If someone understood it in this way, I didn't want to say anything bad. Yeah, I simply wanted to say that it was not easy to play against AVGEEK today. If you need to play that good to win games. Yeah, but this is Tetris. This is paldastetris in the year of 2025. So, guys, here are the standings. AVGEEK, 3 matches, 9 points, so 100% of the possible points. And this is some pressure on Merke's shoulders. Merke needs to win against Le for 3 points to have a chance. Against AVGEEK in the last match. If Merke wins, sorry, for 2 points is also enough. Merke will have then 6 points, 3 points behind, but the direct encounter is the first tiebreaker. So Merke simply needs to win against Le in order to stay in the hunt for the division win. This is how the situation looks like now after this match. And AVGEEK 5-3 win. This will also improve your situation in the ELO standings. And you are closer and closer to your goal. From 1774, AVGEEK advances to 1784 in terms of points, and this is a new world number 4, 1 point ahead of Cobra. 1 point ahead of Cobra. 16 points below 1800. But considering how high Mercus rating is, this 16 points, this could be an even equivalent of 5-3 win. I will definitely tell more after Merca plays against Le, and as we will go for the last match of the division. What will be the match result needed for AVGEEK to cross 1800 without having to go for a new comp PB, because of course comp PB is also a factor in the equation, but yeah, I will tell this for sure. Okay guys, the next match should start in the next 2 minutes, so I will take the time to prepare the other match, ЩWIDR versus CEDL, the Division 3 match. We'll be back very soon. So ЩWIDR versus CEDL, a Division 3 match in few moments. Okay, this was a pretty quick break. I think I have all prepared for this match to happen. The Division 3 match between ЩWIDR and CEDL. So let me introduce the players first, and then I will show you the situation in the division. So ЩWIDR comp PB 570, CEDL comp PB 497, 1514 is the ELO rating for ЩWIDR, 1466 CEDL. So the difference in the ratings says that ЩWIDR should be 57 to 43% favorite to win this match. ЩWIDR achieved the comp PB in this tournament, therefore this is his highest score here in this tournament so far. CEDL 469 with the highest score. Both players with pretty similar stats as far as the losing scores and losing lines are concerned. So we will see how will this influence the match between the two players. ЩWIDR played already against Żurawliow, Martz and myself. CEDL plays also against Żurawliow, Martz and myself. So they need to play against each other, and both of them will need to play against Dobry to finish the division. And quick look at the standings after the matches played so far. I'm the leader in the division, currently with 9 points. CEDL currently second, 3 matches and 6 points. ЩWIDR currently fourth with 3 matches and 5 points. So, if CEDL wins this match today for 3 points, we'll have the same amount of points as myself, but CEDL lost the direct encounter. So if we end up with the same amount of points at the end of the season, I will be then ahead. If ЩWIDR wins for 3 points, we'll be 1 point behind myself. And ЩWIDR then will need to count on March to win or get some points from myself to get a chance of winning the division. Of course, this will be the same case for CEDL, but of course, either ЩWIDR or CEDL, whoever wins the match today for 3 points, will also have to win the last match against Dobre. If there will be a decider today, yeah, the situation will be more complicated. And to be honest, I didn't have time to analyze it, but yeah, what result we'll have, I will try to tell a few words after the match is played. So definitely a must-win match for both players in order to stay in the contention for the division win. Of course, not everything is in the hands of the players. They will need to keep their fingers crossed for March against myself. In order to still have a chance to win the division. But as long as the chances are there, it's worth fighting. So I hope the players are prepared. ЩWIDR and CEDL. The match starts very soon. Let me check if the players are alive. And it looks like they are. So I'll bring them to your screen in a second. And here we have the heroes of our third and final match of the day. ЩWIDR from Poland, CEDL from Germany. And as always, players, the question to you: do you wanna go for the increment? Do you wanna go for a reroll? I always leave the decision to the players, and I'll give the players also the seed for game number 1. This will be C20698. C20698. Why is there a PS1? Asks Tony. Because I'm a nerd. Answer. Shit, okay. Okay, that's cool. Fair enough. Oh, ЩWIDR has a lot of different consoles. You're what? Asks Tony. Haven't you heard about the word nerd before, Tony? Or are you playing some games with us? Yeah, now ЩWIDR, it's time to concentrate for your match. Pretty difficult, pretty important match for you in terms of the standings. So maybe it will be good for you to concentrate on the match. Okay, we see CEDL still warming up, so we'll let CEDL finish this warm-up game and then let's switch to the match. Okay, and it looks like CEDL is topping out the warm-up game. And ЩWIDR, CEDL, increment or reroll? Fine with increments. At CEDL, okay, that's good. ЩWIDR, what about you? And hello, of course. And the Shuichi, the paceman in the chat. Hello, Shuichi, welcome. I didn't know there were nerds in the Tetris community. Oh. Ah, shit, let's go for a real. Okay. Sorry, I missed it. Thank you very much for pointing it, shit. Okay, so sorry, CEDL, there won't be an increment. There will be a new seed every game. Okay, so the seed for game number 1, C20698. As soon as the players are ready, we'll start the final match of the day. The Division 3 match between ЩWIDR and CEDL. ЩWIDR is ready, waiting for CEDL. A very important match in Division 3. They still have chances to win this division, but the first step to do it is to win this match for 3 points. Good luck, have fun, Shuichi. Yeah, of course. A new meta when ЩWIDR or Shuichi are in the chat. Always the other one is wishing good luck to the player, to the one who is not playing. So yeah. Okay, but without further ado, the players are ready. Game number 1 of this match between ЩWIDR and CEDL starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, and of course, good luck, have fun to the players as well. C20698 is the seed. ЩWIDR starts with a misdrop of the long bar, but this was a nice roof burn, so shouldn't be anything dramatic for the Polish player. CEDL starts with a clean board. By the way, Shuichi is not done with the division. Had 3 early matches. Still will have 1 match to go against Robin. But I think we'll play the match between Robin and Shuichi maybe after the Copenhagen tournament. By the way, Shuichi, are you going to Copenhagen this year or not? I kind of need to think of a plan where to schedule you with Robin. I also don't know if Robin goes to Copenhagen or not. So, okay, so you're going, so it doesn't matter if Robin goes or not. We'll have to play the match after the Copenhagen tournament. So, I will think about something and come back to you. 100,000 meanwhile for ЩWIDR, 80,000 for CEDL. Was it a missed line spin for CEDL? Probably gonna cry there. Too many rollers. Oh! Robin not going. Okay. So, who of the rollers is going to play there apart from Dujika and Sunny from Scotland? I kind of lost track. Tetris 4, Tetris for ЩWIDR to 138, 114 for CEDL. So ЩWIDR about 1 Tetris lead. Oh, Sidnev is back. Haven't seen Sidnev playing for a pretty long time, to be honest. But there is still too many. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, if you have the current champion and the player who won the tournament 2 times in the past, I think it's, yeah, it might be, there should be negative amount of rollers. Yeah, you know what's my point? I think that this version should be played with this playstyle as it's played here on our screens. This is all I have to say about it. So, 253 for ЩWIDR and 232 for CEDL. $239 for CEDL. ЩWIDR 262. So ЩWIDR ahead by about 1.5 Tetris. Oh, and CEDL. Okay, but CEDL decides to skim few lines, doesn't want to go too crazy. Oh, but the ZP doesn't go where CEDL wanted, and this is now looking dangerous, and this will be a top out for CEDL in game number 1, 243. 200 is the top out score for the German player. ЩWIDR is good and leads 1-0. ЩWIDR, you are good for game number 1 in case you missed it. (104 lines, 315, 400 is the score for the Polish player. And the reroll, so it means we get a new seed every game. And this is the seed for game number 2, 6B57EA, 6B57EA. CEDL. Already we've hovered 3 ЩWIDR with a readiness in the game menu. The players are ready. We are ready. The game number 2 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So both players started with a Tetris. Oh, and ЩWIDR now misdrops in a pretty uncomfortable moment, and this will be an early top out for ЩWIDR. 22,800 points, only 1 Tetris scored, and this means CEDL is good, and CEDL equalizes the match result. It's 1-1. GG's. (29, 75, 240 is the score for CEDL. And here is your new seed for game number 3, A63073. Yeah, this is like only one misdrop you did, ЩWIDR, with this LPs, and this kind of destroyed your whole game. Sometimes only one mistake is enough to destroy a game. Serenity, I will read your message after the countdown if you're okay with that. I think it's kind of long. But I will read it and I will answer that I see my name here at the end. But it looks like the players are still typing the CD. It seems ЩWIDR is ready. And number 3 from CEDL. So let's start the countdown for game number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I didn't wanna say that I really didn't feel like playing today. I'm ill again. It's been the 4th time in 3 months I've been suffering. Oh, pushed myself to play today because yesterday I had already spaced out, forgotten about the NTC match. Next time I can put a better performance. I really want to showcase what I can actually do when I'm in the zone. Thanks again, PIW. Serenity, get well soon, and don't forget that rescheduling matches is always an option if you inform before the match. So I don't care what time it is, but if you are doing it before the scheduled time, even like 5 minutes before the scheduled time, it's all okay. There are no consequences. If you don't feel well, you know, you can always reschedule. We have time until the end of the month to play all the matches, so you know, there are some options. And something what I don't like is when the players are not responding at all, we're not informing about the things. We are all humans, so as long as there is a good communication and we know what's going on, it's all fine. If you're not showing up for matches, you forget and not informing, that's the other question. But if you know that something is wrong, that's all good. Then your opponent doesn't have to wait, and the viewers don't sit in the stream waiting for the matches. It's all good. So 82 for ЩWIDR, 172 for CEDL, and CEDL currently building a big lead. Sorry players that I didn't give any score updates for a second, but I really wanted to respond to Serenity in the chat. Yeah, I'm kind of maybe too old for some things, and I want the things to have like in an organized way. I know that some players don't like it, the rules we have here, but they don't show up and they would like to, have no consequences for that. Unfortunately, I'm too old for that, and there must be some discipline. But as long as the players communicate, I'm always open for solutions, and yeah, if for the future something happens and we are still before the deadline, we can reschedule something. Not only for Serenity, for all of you. Feel free to contact me. We can always find a good solution. But the communication is the key here. 170 for ЩWIDR, meanwhile 202 for CEDL. CEDL, who is now dealing with some holes. ЩWIDR now blocking the right side of the well. For ЩWIDR, 212 for CEDL. ЩWIDR 225 at 96 lines, CEDL 217 and 94. So we still have more or less 30 lines to go before transition. And always a good tip for all people in the chat. If you know that you might have some things going on in your life and there is a risk of forgetting about the match, set yourself a reminder or something, for alarm clock or something. This is always helping. We had, for example, one player from the United States of America who was kind of forgetting. I offered the player to set up the alarm clock, and since then the player is showing up for the matches. CEDL not registered for CTEC yet, asks Tony. 360 meanwhile for CEDL, going into transition very, very soon. 335 for ЩWIDR. ЩWIDR with not the cleanest board. CEDL can go even for 2 Tetrises in this game. And ЩWIDR transitions with 338 with a very difficult board. ЩWIDR can't do anything more, and ЩWIDR tops out at 338. So CEDL will take the game. But CEDL, if you can play on 19, feel free to mull this game. As you know, level 19 mulls are strongly encouraged here. You are safe for the game, and 415-8 to 0 is the score. 139 lines, almost level 20. GG, CEDL leads 2-1 after 3 games, and here more that's best as I can. Yeah, that's fair. 4B3048 is the seat. 4B38. Sorry, 4B3048. This is the seed for game number 4. Can we have a 2-2-2? It's still possible. It's still possible to have 2-2-2. Okay, and we have our players ready, so let's start game number 4 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. B3048, and the seats are the same. CEDL with 2 games, with 1 game advantage after 3 games. And guys, please forgive me, it's kind of difficult for me to speak properly, but I hope we can bring the stream to the end. It's like 8 days in a row we are streaming Tetris on this channel. I'm like not commentating for the 8th day in a row, because 2 out of these 8 days I played my matches, so there were Shuichi and ЩWIDR doing the commentary, but this is like the 8th day in a row with streams on this channel, and tomorrow will be the final day. There will be 9th day. No more matches as I'm not available between November 9 and November 13. So this will be a little bit of a break from the 2025 PAL-DAS League. But guys, the registration for the December PDM tournament is open. So if you wanna play in December as well, feel free to join the Discord server and go to the PDM signups channel and register for the event. This will be our final event of the year. The last points up for grab in order to get those qualifying spots for the 2026 PAL-DAS Cup. And yeah, the last chances also to improve your ELO, as also at the end of the year for players with the highest ELO rating, average of 5, will be joining the pack of the 16 qualified players as well. And then in January, it's time to play our main event, the 2026 PAL-DAS Cup. January is planned for the preliminaries, and the main event, the main tournament of the main event starts in February. 247 for ЩWIDR, 140 for CEDL, so ЩWIDR ahead in points, but with a very difficult board to handle right now. And ЩWIDR can't do anything more. ЩWIDR tops out at 249 to 80. CEDL, you have a chase down. You need to get 250,000 points to take this game. Yes, ЩWIDR, sorry for that. I think I'm losing my concentration and I'm speaking too much about the other stuff. I will do better next game. Sorry for that. $250 is what CEDL needs. It still has 40 lines to go. to force Tetrises, but one more Tetris, and this is a triple. And CEDL needs a few more 1,000 points, so the line out will do it for sure. No need to risk anything. Few more 1,000 points, and it looks like CERD knows what the solution is here. But CEDL wants to finish it with a Tetris, and there is a Tetris for CEDL. CEDL takes this game with a score of 279-40 and leads the match 3-1. Okay, so next game I'm fully concentrating on the players, on the scores, no more talking about non-game related things. 279-40, and of course the players would like to get their seat, and there it is. A1 9717, A9 A1 9717, A1 9717. And the players are ready, so game number 5 between ЩWIDR and CEDL starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. A1 9717. Yeah, the seats are correct. So we are in game number 5 of this match. Unfortunately, no 2-2-2 this time. But ЩWIDR still has a chance to take this match. Being 2 games behind is not a big deal. ЩWIDR is the only player in the history of PALDAS matches to get a reverse sweep. 29,000 for ЩWIDR, 30,000 for CEDL. These are the opening scores. So, and the match with this reverse sweep. This is the match where when the Windows struts were introduced. Oh, and CEDL now kind of high. 59 for ЩWIDR, 56 for CEDL are the scores right now. And CEDL is doing a good job, opens the well and gets a long bar for a Tetris. 82,000 for both players at the same line count. So they're going pretty strong in this game number 5. Oh, now ЩWIDR needs to reopen the well. Oh, and ЩWIDR complicates his life a little bit. Gets the well open, but those S pieces don't fit the board, and ЩWIDR now needs to be fully focused. 108 for ЩWIDR, 112 for CEDL, and ЩWIDR can't do anything more. ЩWIDR tops out at 108.680. 108.680. CEDL is good, and CEDL leads 4-1. CEDL is guaranteed at least 1 point for the standings, but 1 point is maybe not enough for CEDL. CEDL wants to stay in the hunt for division win. 181-60 is the score. CEDL aims for 3 points for sure. The seed for game number 6 is on your screens. It's 5B, 562F, and hello Frank, welcome in the chat. ЩWIDR, you legend, says Frank. Yeah, so ЩWIDR now needs to win 3 games in a row to force a decider. Otherwise, CEDL takes the 3 points home, and CEDL will be in the hunt for the division win. The race are ready, so game number 6 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. $23,000 for ЩWIDR, 7,000 is the opening score for CEDL. And I have to say this is a very, very solid play by CEDL in this match. Of course, the game number 1 didn't go his way. It was Sorel Topout who did allow ЩWIDR to take this game, but since then, ЩWIDR is the one who needs to find a way how to beat CEDL. CEDL won 4 games in a row. This time ЩWIDR is ahead, 163,000 against 105, so around 60k is the lead. Oh, and CEDL was disturbed by a cat, probably. I said, looked correctly. If I said seen it correctly, 166 meanwhile for ЩWIDR and 110 for CEDL. Yeah, I was supposed to commentate only the Tetris, but yeah, the cat distracted me. ЩWIDR is ahead in points, about 55,000 is the lead for the Polish player right now. And ЩWIDR gets a long bar for a Tetris. CEDL is going to reopen the well and now needs to prepare a Tetris readiness. And there it is, 144 for CEDL, 218 for ЩWIDR, and ЩWIDR creates a long bar dependency in the middle of the board. Oh, and misdrops the S piece. Oh, and this is looking very dangerous for ЩWIDR right now. I'm not sure if ЩWIDR can do anything more. ЩWIDR tops out at 221,920. Sadly, you are good. No, you are not good. Sorry, no, you are not good. You need to play. Sorry. 222 is your target. 222 is your target. My bad, I didn't want to provide a false information. I hope you got on that now. Yeah, okay, it looks like CEDL is aware of the situation. So once again, CEDL, sorry if I kind of... oh my god, the cat on the lap. I hope it's not disturbing CEDL too much. Yes, once again, CEDL, sorry for misinforming. Two. 222 is actually the needed score for CEDL. I not just realized it. 201 for CEDL, so one more Tetris will do it, and the cat is doesn't want to go. So CEDL with some additional challenge to complete the chase down. But there are like only 10k to go. 18, and this does it. CEDL takes the game and a match 5-1. Of course, CEDL has a privilege of the match winner who is in the last game. Feel free to have your victory lap and mullen the game. CEDL wins the match 5-1, and CEDL stays in the hunt for the division win. Not everything is in his hands, as I said before the match. Yeah, CEDL surviving misinformation and a cat attack. Good job, yes. Two, like, you know, difficult situations to handle, but CEDL is a pro. CEDL takes the game with 289.560. Congratulations, CEDL. A big win for you. You win the match 5-1. Big 3 points for CEDL, who is our match winner. Congratulations. Well done. And this is CEDL and the cat, the winners of today's match. Well done, CEDL. 289.560 as the final score, and you can see, have a nice view on the cat. Yeah, so CEDL stays in the hunt for the match win, and here are your match stats, guys. 415 highest score for CEDL, 338 for ЩWIDR. CEDL also better in the losing scores and lines. And CEDL, this is, yeah, as I said, I repeat myself, a big win, 5-1 against ЩWIDR. So let me report the match, and I'll show you the standings. So the match is reported, and here we have the updated standings. It looks, yeah, only CEDL or myself can win the division after this match. Zhuravlyov, who is 3 points behind myself and 3 points behind CEDL, but Zhuravlyov lost to both of us. So yeah, even if we both lose our remaining matches and Zhuravlyov wins for 3 points, then we might have a 3-way tie, and as Zhuravlyov lost both to CEDL and myself. Also, the first match is myself against CEDL. In this case, I won this match, so I would be the winner of the division. CEDL would be second, Zhuravlyov would be third. ЩWIDR 2 big gap, 4 points with 1 match to go. Yeah, it's not possible. Dobry, wait a second. Dobry has Dobry has 3 matches to go. 3 times 3 is 9. Oh, sorry, I kind of crossed out Dobry from the equation, but Dobry actually can win the division by 1 point if both myself and CEDL lose the remaining matches for 0 points, and Dobry wins, so Dobry can finish with 10 points. So Dobry still has a chance, mathematical chance still for Dobry. I don't know how I missed that, guys, sorry for that. So Dobry is still in the hunt for the division win. March with 3 matches to go can score 9 points theoretically, but Mars already lost to CEDL. Yet to play Zhuravlyov and myself, so can have a better tiebreaker against myself if wins for 3 points. I have a 3-pointer. Oh my god. If Mars win all the remaining 3 matches and myself and CEDL we lose the matches, we can have a 3-way tie with each player winning against 1 and losing against 1. and then the game difference will play the role. So okay, so we have some science fiction scenarios where still Dobre and Mars are in contention. Żurawliow and ЩWIDR are out, so there are no science fiction scenarios. No science fiction scenarios, so to speak. No CEDL cut strats. They happen so far a few times in the streams I had. So if it's kind of helping you playing, but well, that's okay. But if your cat's like jumps on your controller and you make a misdrop, you have to count that these things also can happen. Okay, so guys, so to summarize, with some mathematical science fiction scenarios, 4 players still in the hunt for the division. Mathematically, Żurawliow and ЩWIDR are out from contention. Okay, so let's have a quick look on the ELO standings and let's check where the players who played today are after all the matches played. So the first match of the day was the match between HANA and James. HANA, after this match today, 1762, world number 8. James 1620, world number 18. The second match, AVGEEK and SERENITY. AVGEEK 1784, world number 4. SERENITY 1661, world number 12. And the two players from Division 3 who played today, ЩWIDR and CEDL, they're a little bit lower, and as you can see, they are now currently, you can see that yet, now you can see, they are currently tied for world number 29 with the exact ELO rating of 1490, 490. So we have a pretty close situation in terms of ELO standings in this division. I am here with 1500, Żurawliow with 1498, CEDL with 1490, ЩWIDR with 1490, 10 ELO difference. The other player from this division is Dobre with 1454, and of course Mars is a little bit lower with 1298. So 5 out of 6 players from division within 50 points difference. Yeah, this shows how close this division is, and we still have, theoretically speaking, 4 players in the race, in the hunt for this division win. Yeah, so both ЩWIDR and CEDL have to play against Dobre to finish the division. I have my match against Mars. Żurawliow also has the match against Mars, and Dobre has the most matches to play. Dobre needs to play against Mars, CEDL, and ЩWIDR. So, guys, this is all we have prepared for you today. Tomorrow will be the stream as well at 19 UTC. We will have 2 matches tomorrow. A Division 1 match between Robin and James. Robin can become the second player to get the qualifying spots, and a Super Division match, Le versus Rurchak. So interesting action in front of us tomorrow. Then we'll go for some break, and we'll be back then on Friday, November the 14th. There are already 2 matches. Some few matches. Yeah, so thank you. Thanks for the thanks, but you know, I kind of was aware of my private life situation with this, you know, some days off, so I wanted to schedule as many matches as possible. Then of course, there's the tournament in the capital city of Denmark and so on. So I knew that like the second half of November will be a pretty, you know, difficult to schedule. Let's put it in this way. So I wanted to have as many matches as possible before November 9th, and we are only left with a few matches per division to finish the season, so it should all be good. Yeah, therefore, players, don't be so mad if I'm like, if you're like not answering in the scheduling channels, and I'm like reminding myself and so on. There are some divisions, there are like 4 divisions to handle, to coordinate everything. I really count on your cooperation. Okay, so there is some wrong version action going on. Wrong version, wrong playstyle action going on in the Classic Tetris League channel. So we'll go there. Guys, have a nice rest of your Friday. We'll be back tomorrow, 19 UTC, 2 matches, and maybe Robin with secured qualifying spots. All will depend on the result of this match, Robin versus James. We'll see. But thank you very much for watching today. Have a nice rest of your Friday and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.